Okay, hello everybody and welcome to today's class. We're going to talk to you today about how to run a successful group nutrition program using two pieces of really awesome software. I might be a bit biased, That Clean Life and Practice Better. So my name is Abigail. I am the co-founder of That Clean Life, and I'm joined today by Brittany from Practice Better. Brittany, do you want to say hello and introduce yourself too?
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm so excited to be here and chat with you all today. My name is Brittany Andrushin. I'm a business success coach with Practice Better. That's always a tongue twister for me. Excited to dive in. This is a really exciting topic. I know programs are just such a kind of buzz topic in the health and wellness industry right now.
So yeah, we're super excited to be here today with you all. Thank you for coming out live. If you're tuning into the replay, thanks for tuning in. We want to go ahead and get this party started because I don't know about you, Brittany, but I love when that chat box lights up. It keeps me motivated and pumped up throughout the entire class. So what we want to invite you all to do here is open up the chat, turn your messaging to all panelists and attendees so that we can all see what each other is saying, and say hello. So let us know what type of health professional you are, where you're tuning in from, and also let us know if you are a That Clean Life user or a Practice Better user. Let us know that in your introduction too. And while you're keeping those introductions rolling in, I am going to try to navigate here. Talk to you about what we're going to cover in today's class. So in today's class, we're going to cover what a group nutrition program is, why having a group nutrition program is such a great way to scale your business. We're going to cover how to use That Clean Life to create the content for your group nutrition program. And we're also going to take a look at Practice Better and how you can set up your program and do everything from the registration page to group sessions to group chats, all within Practice Better. I've taken a look at it myself and it's super magical. And I know it's the solution that you're all looking for. So without further ado, I am seeing a lot of introductions coming in. That's awesome. We also want to say, stay tuned until the end because we both have some really special bonus offers to tell you about, and we'll be going over those right at the end of today's class. So make sure you stay with us until then. Okay, so are you all ready to dive in? Let us know in the chat. I want you to give us a big let's go in the chat if you're ready to continue and if you're excited for today's class. Okay, I'm seeing lots of let's goes in there. Let's do it. A lot of introductions. This is great. Okay, this is awesome. We have so many of you tuning in live. Okay, so let's start with what is a group nutrition program. So a group nutrition program is focused on a specific topic related to your niche. It's designed to solve a problem for a group of your ideal clients. And a group program can be fixed date or evergreen. And Brittany, I'm sure you're going to talk about this a bit more within the context of Practice Better. But what we mean by fixed date or evergreen, with fixed date, your program has a specific start date and a specific end date. And then with an evergreen program, it just means it runs all the time and people can join whenever they'd like. So now that we better understand what a group nutrition program is, let's talk about why group programs are such a great way to scale your nutrition business. So first, group programs help you see more clients in less time and earn more money. Because when you're seeing clients one-on-one, there's only so many clients you can pack into a single day. But when you set up your group nutrition program right, there's really no limit to the number of people you can serve in your group program. Group programs also help you attract more clients and allow them to work with you at generally a lower price point compared to your one-on-one services. So with your one-on-one services, you're often offering a lot more personalized guidance. This requires more of your time and energy, and you charge more for one-on-one services. But a group program can be a lower price point, and this can really attract those people who might not be able to afford or be ready to work with you one-on-one, that opportunity. And finally, group programs, because they help you see more people, can help you impact more lives. And that's probably why you got into this profession in the first place. So all of this stuff about group nutrition program sounds great, right? It's the dream. It helps you scale your business, all of that wonderful stuff. But it can be really overwhelming to figure out how to set up the tech side of your group nutrition program. How many of you feel that? How many of you feel a bit overwhelmed with the tech? I'm sure you are. I'm already seeing it in the chat. Oh yes, me, 100%. Yes, I totally feel you. It can be super overwhelming. But when you use that Clean Life and Practice Better, you can do everything you need to do with these two tools. So like you can see on the screen here, using that Clean Life and Practice Better, you can create, you can set up, and you can run your group nutrition program from start to finish. You really don't need any other tools. Okay, so I want to touch on what you can do with that Clean Life really quick. And then Brittany is going to touch on what you can do with Practice Better. I do want to emphasize that these are two totally different tools, but they do make a perfect marriage. They do go really well together. So that is why we're doing today's class. So first of all, with that Clean Life, you can create nutrition related content for your group nutrition program. So you can create weekly meal plans. You can create itemized shopping lists. You can create recipes, entire recipe books, prep guides that show your clients how to follow the meal plans, and evidence too is built right into that Clean Life. And that Clean Life will allow you to give your clients a really interactive and fun experience, which you're going to see happen in a little bit. Now, Brittany, over to you so you can talk about what Practice Better helps them do.
Perfect. Yeah. So for those of you that are new to Practice Better in general is a practice management software for all types of health and wellness professionals. So I saw lots of different types of designations come through the chat when you were all saying hello. So everyone can kind of find a place on this platform, and it's really the perfect place to run your group program. So we've got two different styles. So fixed date and evergreen. Abigail touched on that a little bit. Essentially, all that you need to know on this front is fixed date is based on calendar dates. So you're looking at those hard calendar dates when you're setting up the program, running one group through at a time, kind of all at the same pace. And then you've got your evergreen group. So this is really nice to set up for people who want to be able to go through at their own pace. Anybody can start at any time. So this is based more on time elapsed. So, you've got the ability to release modules based on time elapsed versus hard calendar dates. Both are options, and you can get really creative with how you use them. As Abigail said, we can do kind of everything involved in a program within Practice Better, including creating a registration page and collect payments. So previously, if you were doing this outside of Practice Better, that might have looked like creating a landing page and figuring out how to link that landing page with a payment system. Now you can create a custom booking page right within Practice Better that will have all the details of the program and allow your clients to just seamlessly go through the booking process and collect payment really simply. You've also got the ability to create modules to organize your program content. So this is essentially how you're going to drip content out to your program participants. So you have the option of doing everything at once or doing things in a way that you can kind of have a succession plan where you have that foundational knowledge and then you can release the next piece of content. So really stagger the learning to make sure that your clients have that opportunity to build those foundational habits and that knowledge before they move on to more complex topics. And we'll take a look at how you can set up those modules and their release dates when we look at the program. Scheduling group sessions. So we know that engagement is just such a huge part of clients following through on things like programs in meal plans. So group sessions are key to group programs being successful. So you can easily schedule those within Practice Better and host them right through the platform as well through our Zoom integration. So you can meet with all of your program participants at once, have live sessions, Q&As, you name it, you can do it. You have lots of access to different engagement tools and strategies with your clients, including a group chat and feed. And we'll take a look at this when we go through our demo as well, and just so much more. So you're going to see a really good example when we get to the demo portion of today's class.
Awesome. So I hope that gives everybody a better kind of idea of all the things you can do with that Clean Life and Practice Better. So like I said, to start using that Clean Life and Practice Better, creating, running, and executing your whole group nutrition program can be super easy. And I know you're probably all rolling your eyes. You're like, this is not easy, but we're going to show you in a bit. So we're actually today going to work through the creation of a 21-day program. So we're not going to make this just a boring demo where we click through features and show you just kind of all the goo-gaws. Instead, we're going to go through a fictional program that I've totally made up off the top of my head. But we wanted to create something just kind of well-rounded to give you a sense of how this could all work. So for the purpose of today's demo, we're going to work with a 21-day reset program. So again, this is a totally fictional program. Don't come at me because I didn't include certain nutrients or anything. This is just a quick overview. So week 1, we're going to focus on ditching the sugar. So let's say this is a program we're running right after the holidays. We're going to focus on doing a sugar-free week. We're going to give participants a 7-day sugar-free meal plan. And then for the lessons, the group sessions, the group chat, that's all going to be about things like the glycemic index, managing blood glucose, and the importance of fiber too. Then in week 2, we're going to eat more plants. So this week is going to be all about the importance of consuming more plants. We're going to work through a 7-day vegan meal plan as a team. And the lessons there are going to be around, like I said, the importance of consuming more plants, and then key nutrients to focus on when following a plant-based diet, like calcium, magnesium, and zinc. And then in week 3, Nourish Your Gut. So this week's going to be all about gut health. We're going to do a 7-day gut nourishing meal plan, and the lessons are going to be focused on grain-free living, fermented foods, and anti-inflammatory ingredients. So like I said, for the sake of today's demo, this is the example we're going to work with. This would obviously be totally customized depending on your unique program, but this is the example we're going to go with today. So without further ado, we're going to hop right into that Clean Life so I can show you how to create the materials for your group nutrition program. So give me 1 second here. Okay. Brittany, can you just confirm you can see my screen okay?
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay, so I'm actually going to keep the chat box open. So if any of you have any questions as I go along here, feel free to pop those into the chat and I will try to answer them as we go along, just so I can answer them while we're in the right spot of the app. Okay, so let's talk about creating materials for your group nutrition program using that Clean Life. So in general, there's 3 types of content that we usually see our members creating for group programs. The first is a meal plan. So you all know what a meal plan is. It outlines exactly what the client is eating on a day-to-day basis, and it's very more of a structured plan. The second type of resource a lot of our members give to their clients participating in their group program is recipe books. So a lot of our members actually don't like providing meal plans, or it's not within their scope of practice. So what they do is use that Clean Life to put together a collection of recipe books. And then last but not least, the third way our members use that Clean Life for their group program is meal planning guides. So using that Clean Life, you can actually put together a collection of recipes and a blank meal plan to empower your clients to do their own meal planning. So for those of you who have ran group nutrition programs in the past, let me know. Did you provide meal plans? Did you provide recipe books? Did you provide meal planning guides, a mix, or none of them at all? I'd love to know what you're currently doing. So feel free to drop that into the chat. Okay, I'm seeing yes to all, both, guides, mix. Okay, so a lot of you are all already using a mix of these things, which is great. You don't need to provide all 3 in your group nutrition program. You could opt to just provide weekly meal plans or just recipe books, but sometimes it is nice to provide a mix depending on your client's needs, and so they can kind of pick and choose the style that works best for them. Okay, now let's go back to our 21-day reset program. So on my screen here, you can see I'm right in that Clean Life. I've actually built out week 1, week 2, and week 3 in advance here. And for the sake of time, I'm just going to walk you through quickly how I created the programs and the features I used. So let's start with week 1, which is ditch the sugar. I'm going to head into the planner and I'm going to bring up week 1 so I can show you that. So 21 days reset, week 1, ditch the sugar. Okay, so here is my week 1 meal plan. Now, basically this week, if you click on Smart, you can see that I focused on low glycemic and sugar-free meals this week because, like I said, this week is about ditching the sugar. Now, how did I find the recipes to build this meal plan out? Basically, I head to the recipe gallery, I click on filter, I type in the tags that I want, sugar-free, and low glycemic. And I'm also going to focus on high fiber recipes. So under the nutrition tab here, I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to set the fiber to give me 5 grams of fiber per serving for all the meals. So when I scroll down and click filter recipes, I'm only going to be shown recipes that are low glycemic, sugar-free, and contain at least 5 grams of fiber per serving or more. So that's how easy it was to find the right meals for the week 1 sugar-free meal plan. Now you can even take this a step further if you want to get kind of narrow it down a bit more and go back to the filters. And if you want to start with building out your breakfast, you can type in the breakfast tag, and then we'll only show you breakfasts that match those requirements. Now, heading back to the planner, after I searched for these requirements, I chose meals, I added them to my meal plan. And you can see that this meal plan is all built out right now. I did smoothies for the first 5 days and then did some eggs and sweet potato toast for the final 2 days on the plan. If you're seeing meals in gray here, they're kind of shaded out. That means the meal has been marked as a leftover. So what I did here was I added the cauliflower, kale, and lentil detox soup to my meal plan on the Monday. And then I'm going to use it as leftovers on Tuesday and Wednesday so that the participants in my program can cook that soup once and eat it multiple times throughout the week. And I can tell you firsthand that your participants will love this because it'll save them a ton of time, and nobody wants to cook a new meal for every meal every single day. So I've used leftovers on this plan. I've included breakfast, lunch, dinners, and 2 snacks every day. And I've left that 3rd snack blank. Totally up to you whether you want to include that or not. If you leave any row or column blank on the plan, it'll disappear when you share it with your client. Now, another key thing about our meal plan here is that based on what you add to the meal plan, the grocery list is always being automatically added up and calculated for you. So you can click on list at any point in time, and you're going to see all of the items that your participants will need to follow this meal plan. Everything's organized into categories depending on how the grocery store is laid out, so they can quickly work through the grocery store in order. Everything has quantities, so they know exactly how much they need, and they only buy what they need, which is super important. Now heading back to the planner, another key thing I want to touch on is balancing these meal plans. So you can see that the calories are pretty balanced throughout the week. If you click on this pie icon, you can also see the percentage of macros too, which I know is important to many of you building meal plans. So whatever view works best for you, you can kind of toggle back and forth between those views. So that is the meal plan. Now, when I'm ready to share this with my group participants, what I can do is, 1 second here, I just lost my screen. Okay, so I basically go to share, and then I'm going to share the link with my clients. So I can turn on sharing, copy the link. Now you can either choose to allow your clients to edit this meal plan or not. It's totally up to you. So for some of you, you might want to build the meal plan and you might want your clients to follow it exactly. For other practitioners, you might want to build a meal plan and then give your clients some flexibility. So you can turn edits on or off depending on your needs. And then when you're ready, you click copy the link, and then you can add that to your Practice Better module for this program, which Brittany's going to show you in a bit. So that is week 1, ditching the sugar. Now, I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with that Clean Life. Would you like to open this up to see how it looks like for the client, or are we good with that? Let me know in the chat. Okay, so a lot of you want to see what this looks like from the client's end. So let me open this link in a new incognito window. So for this one, I turned on user identification. So I'm going to open that up so you can see exactly what this will look like to your client. Okay, so when your client opens this link, they'll see your name and your profile photo, and they'll see what you're sharing with them. They can type in their name and their email address so that you know who's accessing the plan. And when they click continue, they'll be taken right into the meal plan. Now, with this meal plan, you'll notice I did turn editing on. So now the participant on my program, he or she can move things around. They can make swaps for the program. They can change serving sizes. I saw somebody was asking that in the chat about serving sizes for male and female. You can edit that now because the participant has an editable plan, so they can change all of that. When you turn on edits, your clients will also have access to the swap feature. So say they don't like the look of this avocado sweet potato toast, they can go in and swap that recipe, and they'll be shown swaps that match those SMART rules that you applied. So remember when I applied the SMART rules, low glycemic and sugar-free, so they'll only be shown recipes that match those and match the meal type of breakfast. Okay, so that is what it looks like to your client. If you were to leave edits off, then your client wouldn't be able to edit this meal plan, but they can still see it, click into the recipes, and it's still a super fun experience. So let me know in the chat box, because I'm really curious how many of you would be using editing on, and how many of you would prefer to leave editing off for your group program. Let me know. Okay, so that's how easy it was to create week 1, which was ditch the sugar. Now let's go into week 2. I'm excited to show you week 2 because week 2 is all about eating more plants. And instead of building a meal plan from scratch for this week, I'm actually going to cheat a little bit, and I'm going to use one of That Clean Life's pre-made programs. So if you go into the programs tab here, you're going to see a full list of our pre-made programs. So these are kind of self-explanatory here, but they're pre-made programs that are all done up for you. They come with a meal plan, a grocery list, recipes, a prep guide, and evidence. So this is a great way to save yourself time if you are able to use more of a generic plan. So this week's about eat more plants. So I'm going to say I want to look for vegan programs and click filter. Now I'm going to be only shown vegan programs, and I can scroll through here and choose one that best suits the needs of this program. So for this particular one, I'm going to use our plant-based one-pan meal program, which you see here. So when you click into it, you will see the overview of the program. So you can see that this is a vegan meal plan that only uses one pan meal. So this is great for my group program. I'm going to show my participants how easy plant-based eating can be. If you click on evidence, you'll also see how we created and developed the program. So this evidence is all written by our dietitian in residence, Avita. And what she does is she goes through and she links to all the research that she used when focusing or when building the program to choose her areas of focus. So for this plan, you can see that the areas of focus are bone building nutrients, immune support, anti-inflammatory foods, and gut health. And if you click on any of these, it will take you right to the article, and you can share this with clients as well. Our programs also come with a prep guide too. So if you wanted to open that up, you just click there and it gives your client an organization tool that they can follow. Now for my 21-day reset program, I'm going to click on preview, and I'm going to copy this plan, and I'm going to call it 21-day reset program, week 2, eat more plants. And I'm going to click copy plan. And there you go. I have my week 2 program all ready to go. It's all set. I can make changes to this if I want, but for the sake of time, I'm going to say this looks great. I'm ready to send it off to my program and practice better. I'm going to scroll up. I'm going to click on share. I'm going to turn on sharing, and I'm going to grab the link. And I've sent that to Brittany in advance, so she has it and she'll show you how to use that in a bit. Okay, week 2 done. Let's talk about week 3 real quickly here. Week 3 is about nourish your gut. So this week I'm going to focus on grain-free, gluten-free recipes in my meal plan. And I'm also going to try to incorporate lots of anti-inflammatory and fermented foods in this. So let me show you how I would choose the meals for week 3. I'd head to the recipe gallery, clear those filters out. Under filter, I'd click grain-free, gluten-free. And then up to you, you can apply the filter or the fiber filter as well, because fiber is very important for gut health. And let's start with breakfast. And let's look for breakfast that contain an anti-inflammatory ingredient like turmeric. So I'm going to include turmeric. Now I'm going to go click filter recipes, and I'll be shown recipes that are grain-free, gluten-free, high in fiber, include turmeric in our breakfast. So you could start adding these to the meal plan. And then when you want to add, say, your lunches or dinners, you can go back and you can say, okay, now show me something with fermented food, like sauerkraut. And you can look for meals that have that and add them to your meal plan. And that's how I built out the plan. I just went through, I looked for anti-inflammatory ingredients, fermented foods, and I added those to my plan. So let me show you what that looks like under recents. Week 3, Nourish Your Gut. So by the time I added these all to the plan, I did the turmeric smoothie, golden smoothie on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I did the kimchi tofu. I included some sauerkraut for breakfast. I did lots of high fiber foods, lots of berries because they have polyphenols and are good for anti-inflammatory. And then for the last snack 3, I added bone broth across the board so that my clients can sip on homemade bone broth if they'd like. So that's week 3, ready to go. Click share, grab the link, send it over to Practice Better. You're good to go. That's how easy it was to create weeks 1, 2, and 3 of my 21-day reset program. Now, before I turn it over to you, Brittany, to talk about how you'd set all this up and Practice Better, I did mention that you can create recipe books within that Clean Life. So I want to touch on that real quickly. So let's say you're running a group nutrition program. Let's say it's on a topic like, you're doing the low FODMAP diet for people with IBS. You could create a recipe book instead of a meal plan. You'd basically just create a collection of low FODMAP recipes. So I've done that in advance here. I called it Easy 20-Minute Low FODMAP Recipes. I've added 5 breakfasts, 5 lunches, 5 dinners, and 5 snacks to this collection. And then I can share that with the participants of my program. So they'll just see recipes, no meal plan. And to do this, I just went to the recipe gallery, clicked on filter, entered the low FODMAP tag, and then I entered breakfast tag. And that's how easy it was to find the recipes for this collection. Now heading into the collection, like I said, you can then share it with your clients. You just click the share button, copy the link. And let's open that one up too, so I can show you what that looks like, because it is different than the meal plan I previously showed you. So when you share a recipe book or a collection of recipes with your clients, this is what they'll see. They'll be taken to this area and they'll see the list of all of them that you added for them. And then they have this forever and they can click through it. Now, very last thing is meal planning guides. So maybe you want to empower your clients to do their own meal planning. All you would do is make a collection of whatever kind of recipes you want. So let's stick with that low FODMAP example. Here, I've created a collection of low FODMAP meals, and then I've added a blank meal plan. So what I did is I went to the planner, I clicked new, I said I want a blank meal plan, and I name it low FODMAP plan, create, and then I am going to add the smart tag low FODMAP and click edit plan. So now you're going to give your clients this blank plan that has the SMART rule applied, low FODMAP, so then they can build their own meal plan. So let's go back to that one. I'm going to show you what that looks like in the low FODMAP meal planning guide. Share, and turn off user identification for that one, copy a link. And now this is what it'll look like to your client. So your client will come on, they're going to see the blank meal plan on the left and the collection of low FODMAP recipes you put together for them on the right. They can click into this blank meal plan and start adding recipes to their plan. So if they click on breakfast, they can scroll through and start building that out. So that's a really kind of fun and interactive way to empower your clients to do their own meal planning. So like I said, 3 different ways you can provide materials for your clients: full out meal plans, recipe books, or meal planning guides, which contain a collection of recipes and a blank meal plan for your client to do their own meal planning. So that's the end of kind of the in-app tour of That Clean Life. Brittany, I'm going to turn it over to you so you can show everybody how you would take these materials and set up your group program within Practice Better.
Awesome. That was so exciting to see. I'm a previous member of That Clean Life back when I was practicing, and I have to say that all these changes were very exciting. Like, it's just such a game changer, and it really brings me back to the days where I would like by hand search recipes and get in the kitchen and try and make sure that things tasted good. is foolproof. It saves you so much time. So that's really exciting. But let's take a look at how you can put this all into practice within Practice Better. So I'm going to share my screen here. So bear with me. And Abigail, you can let me know if people can see this here. Oh, you're muted.
Looks good from my end.
Okay, great. Wonderful. Okay, so I know that we've got some Practice Better users in the class today, but hopefully even for those, people will still be learning some new things here. So we have built out that 21-day program in Practice Better. So we're on the homepage now, but I'm going to navigate over to my programs and we'll take a look at that 21-day reset program. So I have set this program up as an evergreen program. So as we mentioned more toward the beginning of this class, we have two different styles within Practice Better. We have an evergreen and we have fixed date. So this particular one is fixed date, and that is because I want to be able to run this group through all at the same time. I want everyone kind of going through the same milestones together. So you can see here that I have calendar dates associated with the start and finish of this program and registration deadline. If this were to be evergreen, you would not see these dates. People would be able to sign up at any time and go through based on time elapsed. All right, so let's look at kind of setting up this program as if you were doing it from the very beginning. Once you have your focus outlined, depending on what you specialize in and your designation, your scope of practice, you'll be able to kind of set the theme of the program. So of course, today we have our 21-day reset program. I've got a little tagline here. You can see that I am kicking this off early 2022. So nice timing with the holiday season that is pretty much here now. And I've got a description. So with this description, you've got a bunch of tools to format here, but this can really be very technical. You can talk really about what people are getting, the meal plans, you know, the live sessions, that sort of thing, or you can really start to provide copy that's going to entice your clients. There's a couple of places where you could put this. So this could be more high level technical. And then when I show you the custom booking page, that's a really great place for you to kind of speak in your client's language and use it as a sales page. But you've got the ability to add a nice description here, set your start date, the time, when it will end, how many enrollments you want. So this can be higher. I have it 50 just for the sake of the example today, but if you want a larger group run through or a very intimate group and you want more personal touch points with every single member, no problem, you can change that number accordingly. And then a registration deadline. So if you want to make sure that you have a little bit of leeway between when that last person registers and when the program starts, you can set that up. Next, we have payment options. So payment options, we have a couple different options. As we spoke about at the beginning, you can collect payment right within Practice Better. That does require an integration with either Square or Stripe. But once you have one of those integrations set up, you have lots of options on how you can set up payment. So for today's example, we have it as a fixed fee. And when I have a fixed fee, this means that I can have this one lump sum payment. Or if it's a really high ticket offer, as a lot of programs can be, you can actually break this down into installments or payment plans. And that way you're just making it a lot more accessible to more people. So they don't have to have a big lump sum out of pocket right at the very beginning. We also have an ongoing payment feature. So if you are choosing to do an evergreen programs lend themselves really nicely to more of a membership style offering. And that way you can have, say, a membership fee that recurs monthly. So whether that's, you know, $20 and then they get a weekly meal plan and it's kind of this meal plan club, you could do something like that, or you could do your bigger offering like we're doing today with the fixed fee model. Then you've got your registration options. So if you wanted to hide your modules on program registration page, you could. If you wanted people to kind of be more aware of what the program will entail, leave that unchecked. Terms and conditions. So if you want to, say, add in a cancellation policy, a medical disclaimer, these here that you're seeing in my example, they're ones that I've built out within my own practice. So given that everyone within Practice Better has a different designation and scope of practice, you get to build those out yourself. You can choose to have whatever label you want on the buttons that your clients will see. And then you have an option for a redirect URL. So maybe you want people to go to your website or a blog post that you have. You can redirect them when they register. And then lastly here, we'll talk about just the fact that if you want your clients to have access to the program to register themselves, you can set that up. Or if you want a more hands-on approach as a practitioner and you want control over who's registering for this program, so maybe you want to offer this program specifically to people you've already worked one-on-one with, then you can select this option here. But once you have all of that set up, let's just actually head over to advanced options. So group chat. Group chat is one of the best features of our group programs, in my opinion, because it really lends nicely to engagement and accountability strategies with your group program members. So if you've run a group program, I'd love to hear from you in the chat whether or not you've struggled to get people motivated and stay on track with the program content. So let me know in the chat if you've ever struggled with people getting engaged and staying kind of excited throughout the duration of working together. So the group chat is a really nice way to keep people supporting each other, build that sense of community, have regular touch points with your clients, keep them engaged throughout that entire time. So for this, I'm choosing to enable that group chat. You can name it, choose the style. So I want the feed because I want people to be able to include things like images and different posts that they're sharing within the feed. And you've got a few more options here. Group sessions. So within group sessions, that's kind of another really key accountability strategy with a group program, right? So having that live session with your program participants is just going to up-level their experience, the type of value that they feel from the program, and just that sense of motivation to follow through and get their questions answered, see who you are, connect with you. So I'm going to have all of my new enrollments sign up automatically to the sessions that I have set, okay? Payment plans, as I mentioned, if you have a larger offering, break it down into payments, make it really easy for people, more accessible, and booking page forms. So maybe you want an intake questionnaire, a meal plan assessment, something of that sort. So this way, if you attach a form here, a client will not be able to sign up for this program without also filling out this form. So now that we have kind of the high level details for the program set, let's actually take a look at the modules. So you can see that my modules follow Abigail. So week 1, we've got Ditch This Sugar. And these modules are where clients are getting all the content. So let's take a look at what this looks like. You've got the ability to name it, add your description, and then set when this is going to be released. If this was an evergreen, you'd be setting this according to time elapsed. So say 7 days after a client has signed up, or 1 day after the client has signed up for the program. You've also got the option to send a welcome email when the module starts. So if there's specific instructions that you want your clients to be doing or taking note of, you can check this box and you can edit this template. So we have this as our base template, but if you want certain information to go out right when the module starts, you can customize this and that will be sent out automatically to your clients. All right, let's look at the content here. So within the content, this is where you really get to build out all the information. So this is why people are signing up for your programs. This is why people are actually coming to you for your expertise. So the content will kind of act as your lesson plan and the information that your clients are going to learn. So we know that Abigail has built out this meal plan all about, a low glycemic, high fiber, low sugar meal plan, but I want my clients to know why I'm creating that meal plan for them. I really want them to understand that so that they feel more inclined to actually follow the meal plan. So if we tell people to just cut out sugar and we don't really tell them why, it's going to be a lot harder for them to stick it through, because we know that that's really hard to break up with sugar, don't we? So I've got some information here and I've used my text block to format this in a way that's really easily read by my clients and engaging for my clients. So you can see that I've used the different formatting tools here and I've got some text. I've personalized this. So now every client that's a part of this program will see their name here when they access this. I've included lots of different imagery here. Again, this is just a way that this will feel a little bit more engaging and interesting for the client to actually look at. Okay, and I've broken up my text content boxes with the different themes within this particular module. So I've used the red fast action button down here in the corner to create a new text box. And that will allow me as the practitioner to stay organized with the theme of every kind of lesson that I want to touch on. I've created a custom image here. So just acting as a nice header to break up and introduce us into the next section. Lots more imagery here. So again, the kind of key theme here is that you get to include a variety of different content in different formats to ensure that your clients are staying engaged and that it feels nice and interesting for them. And yes, I've made these in Canva, so super simple just to come up with this here. You don't have to do this. I just did it to make it look a little bit more appealing. Okay. So you can see here that everything that Abigail has included in her meal plan, I'm touching on that to reinforce why we chose those select ingredients and curated those meals specifically for this program. All right, now down to the meal plan. So when it comes to actually integrating with that clean life, what I've done here is I have included an image. This is again, just a custom image that I made up in Canva, and I've hyperlinked this with the meal plan. So this can actually be clicked and we can navigate to see, and hopefully you guys can all see me redirect here to the meal plan, that when clients click that button, they'll be taken straight to their meal plan. So I've already added my name and my email so that my practitioner knows who I am, and I'm coming straight to the meal plan here. And I can see all the recipes that we have selected for this particular week. All right. Within your content modules, you can also include PDFs. So if you wanted to attach more resources or say your recipe guide. So if you wanted to only connect your client with a recipe guide versus that meal plan, a great place to put it would to just use that red fast action button and attach it as the PDF. So that's another option for how you can link your meal plans and your recipe guides with that clean life. All right, let's go back up to the top here to show you some more options of what you can include in your module content. So next up here, we have a few different tabs. I want to show you the tasks. So I like to think of tasks as kind of a to-do list. Sometimes clients need a lot of direction on what they should be focusing on any given time, and tasks are a fantastic way to kind of keep people focused, right? So they're getting a lot of information. This could be all really new to them, but the tasks are going to help them know what they need to be focusing on. So you can see I have two tasks here. I have one that's on completing your sugar addiction quiz. So this is more so just a fun, another engagement strategy for my clients. So I have actually used the form builder within Practice Better in kind of a creative way to come up with a sugar addiction assessment quiz. So maybe not a traditional way to use a form as a practitioner, but within the Practice Better platform, you can get really creative with how you use that form builder. So I've created a few kind of basic questions that are yes, no, or true or false, so that the client can kind of run through their own self-assessment. And that way, as they go through this program, hopefully by the duration, when they run through the duration of it, they get to the end, they can take this one again and see that they've improved in some places. And then meal plan. So this is another reminder. So just extra insurance, right? We want to make sure that the client is actually getting to where the rubber meets the road and getting to that meal plan so that they can start to implement this into their lives. So this is just another kind of reminder for the client to go through and actually look at their meal plan. And then heading over to the forms and worksheets tab, I've got that sugar addiction quiz. So again, I built this out in the form builder and Practice Better, and then it's just a matter of kind of attaching that. And now that will be a part of the module for the clients. All right, let's hit save here. We'll go back. And I just want to show you from the client's perspective, you can hit this preview button at any time to see what the client will see on their end. So this is going to be laid out. You can see that that placeholder is populated with the name. And I've got all the different information here. The headers are breaking up my different lesson sections so that the clients are understanding why we've kind of focused on this with our particular lesson and the meal plan, why we've curated the meals that we have for them, and what difference those are going to make in their lives. They can click this to access their meal plan. I've got a note here also that if the client would like to customize their meal plan, they can request that. So they can simply connect with me and send me a chat message on Practice Better, let me know. And then on the back end of that clean life, you can turn on that edit mode so the client can go through and customize, make those swaps accordingly. They've got the PDFs that they can view or download, and then you can see that they've got their tasks here. So as the client is ready to view their meal plan, they've done that, they can hit complete. And they can also hit that sugar addiction quiz. So everything is nicely in one place here. All right, let's go back here. So the rest of the modules are built out very similarly. We've got the Eat More Plants, and we'll take a preview of look at this one here. So again, I'm kind of keeping it consistent with the overall look and theme of it with these same headers for the lesson plans here. And again, keeping it nice and engaging, different formatting for the different content. So lots of different short form, long form text, imagery, infographics, all about this one's theme. We've got kind of our key nutrients that we want to pay attention to with the plant-based week that we're having. And then we've got that meal plan again. I've got your tasks. So this one here, I've said, let's meal plan. Let's use the recipe guide that we have shared with you to actually get a head start on the week and meal prep. I've got a fun task. So, everyone kind of goes to the grocery store and reaches for the same items. And let's challenge each other to actually try something new. And then sharing in the group feed. So the group feed is a great engagement strategy, but only if clients know to use it. So this task is a great way to promote people to actually head over there and make use of it and start to engage with the other community members and people that are running through the program at the same time. Okay. Lastly, what I want to show you as we head into week 3 is the Nourish Your Gut, of course, but I want to highlight specifically how you can embed videos right into your program content modules. So this is being housed on YouTube, but my clients can actually watch this directly within Practice Better without having to navigate out of the platform. So all I have to do to set this is just copy the link and embed it into the content here. So super easy. I would just hit this button here, paste in the URL from YouTube or Vimeo, depending on who you want to host your video, and then insert it. And it will come up nicely with your thumbnail, and you can press play and watch right within there. So what we recommend doing with this is having your video listed as unlisted. That way you can't search on YouTube and find it, but anyone who has that specific link will be able to view your video. All right, and I've included another video down here, sauerkraut. I do want to also mention that you can move these modules around, or blocks of text within your modules around. So if you find that maybe it's going to be better if your clients have this meal plan up at the top, that way they're for sure not going to miss it right when they open up that module for the first time, we can actually just bump this up to the very beginning. And that way, right when they start that module, they'll see it. So if you feel like there's going to be a better flow to your module, feel free to move things around accordingly. All right, so now that we've kind of looked at our modules, I want to highlight a couple of other features within the programs in Practice Better. And one thing that we talked about was group sessions. So group sessions are, again, a really nice way to stay engaged and have that touch point with your members. That's kind of a running theme here. We really want to focus on different accountability strategies that you can have with your clients. So you can see here that I've got a couple sessions already booked. I have one for that first week on the Thursday, group program check-in. And with this Zoom meeting here, clients can start this Zoom meeting right within the Practice Better platform. So again, they're not having to navigate out once they're in the program. They can stay exactly where they are, and they're not having to have a million tabs open and navigate all around. How did I move the modules around? We'll just kind of go back to that quickly. There are just little arrows at the bottom here. So at the end of any block of text here, you'll see up and down arrows or a little garbage can to delete. So let's actually book a group session together. So we'll click add another, and we'll run through just how easy this is. So one thing to note is that you will need to have a group service already created within Practice Better. So I have a few here to choose from, and I'm going to select my group program check-in. I can see all of my attendees. So this will be anyone that's already enrolled in your group program. If you wanted this to recur, you would have recurring options. So if, say you have a longer format program and it's 6 weeks long or 8 weeks long, and you want to have a session every week, you could just toggle this over and say how often you'd like it to repeat. And that way, when you're setting up these group sessions, it's one and done. So you don't have to spend the time to go back manually to repeat the same work over and over. And that's another theme within Practice Better, is we're looking to really eliminate that busy work to save you time and just keep things as efficient as possible. I'm going to toggle that off, however, for the sake of this example today. So let's just click. We'll go down here. Let's say when we'd like this actually to happen. So this is going to be the second week of the program on the Thursday. We'll do it in the evening. And we're going to use Zoom. So Zoom integration is necessary if you'd like to be running these group sessions. So Practice Better does have a built-in telehealth feature for one-on-one sessions, but you will need Zoom to do the group. So once I have that, now I have that third group session. So again, my clients can start this right within the Practice Better platform. And we have our attendees are automatically enrolled in this session because they're enrolled in the program. So that's a setting that if you'd like for your group members to automatically be invited to this, that will happen there. I have a little bit of a different group session happening the last week of the program. So one of the things that you could think to do with your meal plan from that Clean Life is actually do a live cooking demo. So Abigail included some recipes that featured sauerkraut in week 3. So let's look at how we can actually make sauerkraut together. So I have a little bit of a longer session in that 3rd week where we're doing a live cooking demo. Clients can get their ingredients, they can get in the kitchen, start making that sauerkraut and give it time to ferment. So that's just one idea here when you're building out those group programs, ways to keep it fresh and exciting for people. Okay, all right. Let's go over to feed. So this is one feature within Practice Better that I think flies under the radar a little bit, and I think is really fantastic as far as, again, just providing that sense of community and support for your members. So think of this kind of like your Facebook group. Maybe you can let me know in the chat if that is something that you've offered in the past to your clients or your program members. Has anyone ever offered a Facebook group or some sort of community space for your clients? Yes, I'm seeing hate Facebook groups. Yeah, this is a place to have it outside of Facebook, but still have that rapport and that sense of community with your clients. So you can see here, Wendy Smith, she's our demo practitioner today. She has a post pinned at the top here, welcoming everyone into the program and letting people know that they can introduce themselves and say hi. We've now got one of our example clients today who has responded via comment to say hello, that they're so excited to be here. And clients can continue to engage and interact with each other here. So Wendy has in week 1 shared a little bit of a fun photo here, an image that says, "I'm sorry for what I said when I was hungry," with a hangry shirt, and asking people to leave their favorite hangry memes or GIFs below. So Mary again has responded back with a photo. So you can see that by just pressing the little plus sign here, people can actually go into their files and select an image to share with the group. So maybe that is a meal that they have created from their recipe plan and they want to show it off, show how beautiful it looked. They can do that within the group chat. They can introduce themselves, engage with each other. You've got full use of emojis here as well. So this is, again, a really nice place for everyone to get to know each other, support each other through the wins and the challenges. A low sugar meal plan, you might feel a little bit challenged by that, especially after the holidays. So this is a great place to kind of come to say, hey, I'm struggling, and get that support from fellow members of the program. And one feature that I really like within this is the ability to schedule messages. So as the practitioner, if you would like to have some routine checkpoints go out to your members, what you can do is actually schedule messages out in advance. So you can write up your post and then you'll hit the little icon here with the clock and schedule a message. So in advance, what I have done is posted a little update about the live cooking demo. So I said we'll be making a traditional sauerkraut. Please have your cabbage and salt ready. That's really all it takes. You'll need a large bowl and a jar. Full instructions will be in week 3 module. So now this is scheduled. I can do this all at the very beginning of my program and not have to remember manually to do this. So it's one way to just ensure that I'm keeping things as streamlined as possible for myself as the practitioner, but also making things feel really personable and exciting and engaging for my clients throughout the entire duration of the program. All right, so before I wrap up the demo within Practice Better, I just wanted to share the custom booking page. So I'm going from my gear icon down to share my link here in Practice Better. And I wanted to share that you can create a custom booking page for any particular one service, package, or in our case, a program today. So you would just add a page and then you can build out what that entails. So again, I've got my label here. So it's the 21-day reset program registration page. I've got that's an internal reference here. I've got the title and then all of my kind of copy here. So anything that you would have put on a sales page would fit nicely here, right? So what kind of value and benefit is the client going to see? What will the program actually entail? What's the investment involved? All that information can be housed on this booking page. So I've got a nice run through there. I can choose to do the full product description. So when you are building out the program and putting in that description, that's what will show, or you can choose to do an excerpt or hide that. You have a few settings here about who can actually access and book into this. And then you can attach the service. So I have my 21-day here program attached to the page. And let's just quickly take a look at what this looks like. All right, so, oh, that's not where we wanted to go. Let's go to the correct one, to the 21-day reset, and actually see here. So I've got my branding here. So that is a feature within Practice Better to have your logo, your colors, you'll have your photo, your title and designation, the actual title that you've put, your details with your branding, and then all the information that you've included on that booking page, the description of the program, the investment clients are looking to pay, and then the register button. And when clients hit this, they'll be able to see more kind of technical details, the modules. They can go through next, and actually filling this out will take them to payment. Once people fill this out and actually register into the program, they'll automatically be enrolled into Practice Better, which is great because anyone who's enrolling in your program now has a client record. And if you choose to continue working together, you'll have that full history. All right. Abigail, I don't know if any questions came through during my time there that we want to pause for answering quickly. I know we're kind of getting to the hour here.
I'll just take the most recent question that came in. Somebody is asking if you can offer discounts throughout the program. So if they sign up before a certain date, can you discount the program?
Absolutely. So within billing and payment section, you can create a coupon. So the coupon will allow you to set essentially the name of it, whether you'd like to offer a percentage off or a fixed rate off, and you can set that accordingly. And then anyone that has that coupon code can enter it upon registration and save for your program.
And then there was also a couple questions about supplements. Is there any way to integrate that?
So we do have integrations available with Wellevate and FullScript. So not within an actual program, but if you wanted to do supplement recommendations for specific clients, you could do that to the individual.
Okay, cool. I think we'll move on from now. For now, if anybody has any extra questions about Practice Better, you can reach out to Brittany, or if you have questions that we didn't get to about that clean life, you can reach out to me. I'm going to quickly fire up my screen share one last time here because I promised you we had something super special for you. So I hope that gave everybody a good understanding of how easy it can be to set up your group program, because between that Clean Life and Practice Better, you can do everything. You use that Clean Life to create the resources for your program. So all the content like meal plans, grocery lists, recipe books, you can create meal planning guides. You send that over to Practice Better, you set up your modules, you can create your registration page, collect payments, set up group sessions, do group chat. All of that good stuff is right within Practice Better. So this is kind of like a really great setup and solution for your group nutrition programs. So all the tools that you need there. So how's everybody feeling after seeing this in action? I know we covered a lot today, but open up the chat box and let us know kind of how you're feeling after seeing all of this. Are you excited to launch your group nutrition program in time for the new year? Let us know. So I want to go over the pricing of that Clean Life really quickly before we end for today. So at that Clean Life, we do offer two membership types. First is our monthly membership, which is $60 per month USD, and our yearly membership is $600 per year USD. So when you pay for the year up front, we add a savings of $120 compared to what you would pay if you pay monthly. But I'm really excited because today we are announcing a very special bonus offer for those of you who are here at today's class. We're offering 20% off of our yearly membership. And if you know us at That Clean Life, you know we don't offer discounts typically. So if you're thinking about joining That Clean Life, now is the time. So when you upgrade or purchase a new yearly membership, you get 20% off of our already discounted yearly membership price. So this applies to your first year. This offer is open to all new members. So if you're not yet a member of That Clean Life, you can get on this deal. And if you're already a member of That Clean Life and you're on our monthly plan, you can get in on this deal too. So no coupon code is necessary. Here's how this is going to work. I'm going to send you a link in the replay email right after today's class. All you need to do is click on that link and it'll take you to a page with a discount applied. So again, no coupon code necessary for this offer. You'll get the link after this class. And this offer expires Friday, December 3rd at 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. No exceptions. We will not be extending it. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Brittany, to talk about Practice Better's pricing.
Yes, so the programs feature that we're speaking about specifically today is available from the professional plan and up. And one thing I want to note with that is with the pro plan, you have access to the fixed date. And that is what we saw the example of today. But again, the Evergreen program feature offers a lot of potential as well. So if you'd like access to both, you're looking at the plus plan and the team plan to have options for both fixed date programs and Evergreen programs. So you can see that this is a monthly fee. We have it listed in Canadian dollars. So that's one thing to note there. And we have a full list of different features that are available with each tier. So each tier does differ slightly from each other. So what I'm actually going to do in the chat here is just put a full link to the comparison chart. So you can see all of the different features that come alongside the Pro, Plus, and Team plans if you are considering joining and specifically want to have that programs feature. So I just put that in the chat there if you'd like to reference all different tiers. One thing to note about Practice Better is if you are brand new to the platform, we do offer a Sprout plan. So that is a completely free trial account. There's no time limit on it. You can have up to 3 clients in there to play around with the software, get familiar with the platform and kind of navigating through it. And then when you're ready to move on and do more within the platform, you've got these options for the different tiered plans available to you. And again, just to reiterate, if you do want the program feature, you're looking at the Pro plan for the fixed date, plus you'll have the fixed date and the Evergreen, and same with the team. All right, and talking about our offers. So we were able, with the timing of this webinar, to kind of piggyback on our Black Friday offer, which is a once a year offer that is kind of the biggest and best offer that we offer at any time in the year. So this is exclusive for new users to the platform. So if you are new to Practice Better and looking to get started for the first time, or you are currently on a Sprout plan looking to upgrade to a paid plan for the first time, we are offering 40% off your first 4 months on the platform. So to access this, when you sign up for the first time, you'll be entering the code Black Friday 21. So enter that in and you will have access to 40% off of any paid plan. So similar with the offer with that Clean Life, we will be offering this until December 3rd at 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. So once we pass that time, the deal is done. So you will have to kind of get in within, say, the next 48 or so hours to make that deal work for you and take advantage of it.
Awesome. So let's just do a real quick recap before we wrap up here. That Clean Life is offering 20% off of our already discounted yearly membership price for new members or current members who are on our monthly plan. And to claim this offer, you're going to use the special link in your replay email today. No coupon code necessary. If you have any questions, I'm seeing them rolling in. I'm sorry, I can't get to them all. If you have any questions for me, I'm going to be standing by and here for you to answer any questions you have over the next few days and forever. hello@thatcleanlife.com. Email me, ask me questions, whatever you need. I'm here for you. And then Practice Better offer. Do you want to do a real quick recap of that, Brittany?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, just to reiterate, 40% off for the 4 months. And I am very sorry that we can't extend this to current members. This is exclusive for new members signing up to the platform. So I'm seeing a little bit of that in the chat. But for anyone signing up for the first time, your first 4 months, you're going to get 40% off by using the code Black Friday 21. If you do need any support with the platform, you have questions about anything, please reach out to our customer support. So the email is there for you. It's help@practicebetter.io. I also want to say that we have so many resources available on YouTube, on our blog. We have a whole help center with plenty of articles where you can go and search pretty much any key term. So if you want to learn more about programs, lots of content out there for you.
Okay, so remember everybody, these offers expire Friday, December 3rd at 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. No exceptions. I know here at That Clean Life, we won't be extending it. Brittany mentioned that they won't be extending it either. So if you are thinking about joining That Clean Life, or if you're thinking about joining Practice Better, now is the time. Don't put it off. Do it right away. Get signed up. Take advantage of this offer. So I want to thank everybody for coming out today, for all your questions and all your enthusiasm. For those of you who are already members of That Clean Life and Practice Better, thank you for your support. I think I speak for both Brittany and I when we say that we really appreciate it. And yeah, we really enjoyed today's class. So hope everybody has a great holiday season. We can't wait to see you launching your group nutrition programs for the new year, because it's going to be a huge boom for your business. And yeah, take care, everybody. Bye.